All right, welcome to Money Chat Now. I am your host, Larry Steinhouse, and today is Wednesday, August 25th, 2021. Hey, listen, hit that share button right now and share this with someone you love. Hey, look, man, come on. I've been doing all this work. I want you to share it. Tell everybody about it. Hit the like button and let me know you enjoy the show. Of course, leave some comments, get involved, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and the Money Chat Now page on Facebook. Money Chat Now is brought to you by Investor Schooling. You can attend a complimentary class this Thursday, that's tomorrow, by just going to investorschooling.com and registering right now. So on today's show, we're going to be discussing another record-breaking day. We're going to be talking about some of the meme stocks popping. We're going to talk about Delta Airlines' $200 a month fine to their employees. Oh, wait till you see this. I'm going to have a fit on that one. We're going to talk about how the mortgage demand rose. We're going to talk about American Airlines. Revenue is down. And the new play for retailers. So first of all, you should know that my phone is still making noises. Isn't that horrible? All right, the first thing you should know is that the Dow actually finished up today around 56 points, but the S&P and NASDAQ actually broke records once again today. I'm telling you, folks, this economy is not over. It's going to keep rocking. There'll be some down days and there'll be some bargains that you need to get into, and I would definitely say get into them because it's going to happen. It's going to be some great stuff. All right, let's talk a little bit about some of the meme stocks. So in the last 5 days, GameStop actually has risen. GameStop has risen more than 50 points, and AMC rose almost 10 points. All right. So what's a meme stock? This is the big question. What's a meme stock? So there's a if you guys don't know about this, there's a news feed called Reddit, and Reddit basically is, I don't know, it's another Facebook, but it's a Facebook for people that aren't as, I don't even know. Because I haven't, I'm trying to figure it out. The biggest problem I have with social media is it's so difficult to use, except Facebook is so simple to use. I have difficulty with all the other ones. But Reddit basically is a place where people go, they talk about things they're doing, they talk about the stocks they're buying. There's a lot of stock option groups and stock groups in Reddit, and there's certain stocks that they follow. And of course, GameStop and AMC is one of them. And as you know, last year, GameStop and AMC went crazy. I mean, first of all, AMC was down to $3 at one point. When it shot up to $6, I thought that was great for AMC. Then it hit 60 at one point, but I don't know. Now it's in the 30s. It's amazing to me how these stocks are doing what they're doing. And the same thing with GameStop. I mean, GameStop is definitely not worth going up 50 points in one day, but it's not about the stock. It's about how they can manipulate the stock and make it work. Also, they're trying to drive the short sellers out of business. So they're saying, hey, listen, if you bought this stock at, let's say you bought a stock at 100, and we're going to make it go up to 150, so you have to get a margin call, and you have to buy that stock at 150, which is pretty much what happens. And if you're not familiar with margin calls and how they work, you might want to come to Investor Schooling and learn about that, because they could get you in a lot of trouble if you're selling stocks short and don't understand how it works. All right. Robinhood is the favorite app of the meme stock players, and it also had a moment today. Now, it didn't stay up long, but it had a moment today where it shot up about 1.5 points, which was kind of exciting. I actually thought it was going to break over 50 again. It broke over 50 for a couple of seconds, and then it came back down. It didn't stay there. Now, Robinhood, again, is going to be, I believe that it's going to be a meme stock itself. So basically, the guys who are on Reddit are using Robinhood for their plays, right? So if they're using Robinhood for their plays, well, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to say, hey, why don't we invest in Robinhood stock? That's what happened the first time when it went from 30. I actually bought it at 36 and sold it at 75, and that was a nice play. I was really happy to do that. But, then I bought it again. I bought it again at 55. I bought it again at 45. So I kind of averaged right where it is now, which is right around 50. But I think the stock's going to fly. I think it's going to go into the hundreds. But also, I would be cautious with this. Don't get stuck in this. In other words, don't bet the farm. You want to throw a couple of grand, a couple of 10 grand, whatever it is that your budget allows, just to have a little bit of fun with this. That's basically what I'm doing. I'm also selling covered calls on it because I can't lose money that way. So if I bought the stock at 50 and I sell a covered call for 50 and I get $5 for it, that's like selling a stock for 55. Even if it goes to 56, what do I care? I made $5 automatically. I made 10%. There's some other Chinese stocks, there are some other Chinese stocks like BABA are also placed in the meme stock group. We talked about BABA and we talked about the Chinese stocks yesterday, and the Chinese stocks are, well, they're in the news again because basically on Friday they said, okay, this is what we're going to do, and now because they're going to do what they're going to do, China that is, there's no more fears of what else they're going to do. So Alibaba rose yesterday, and it pulled back a little bit today. It pulled back about half of what it rose yesterday, but I think that's just profit taking, and I think it actually still has time to run. If you're in a stock option, though, you might want to go out a little bit further than, I don't know, maybe even December or January. If you're in the stock, it doesn't matter. Just buy it, and it'll eventually go over 200 again. It's just a question of when, not if. All right, let's talk a little bit about Delta Airlines. When I saw this article, my skin crawled. So Delta is fining their employees for not being vaccinating. That's right, they're fining their employees for not being vaccinating. Starting November 1st, unvaccinated Delta employees who will have to pay an extra $200 a month, for not being vaccinated for their health insurance. So if they have health insurance through the company, they have to pay an extra $200 a month. Wow. I'm going to tell you everything. That's just insane. Okay, so let's do this, okay? So let's put this out. I may even want to take a clip of this and put this somewhere else. Listen, I'm going to find employees. I'm a CEO of a major company with 50,000, 100,000, 200,000 employees, and I'm going to find them all if they're homosexuals and not using condoms because they might get AIDS. What kind of stupidity is this thing that they're doing and saying, hey, listen, people who are not vaccinated have to pay an extra $200. So if you're homosexual and you're not using a condom, you have to prove you're using a condom. If you're not using a condom, or if you're not with one partner, then I'm going to fine you $200 too. Do you know why they did this thing? They did it basically because they're self-insured. So I don't know if you know how self-insurance works, but self-insurance works like this. It basically works where the company has their own insurance. So they don't even have their own insurance. They just pay the claims out of their pot. So they have an extra pot put aside, a certain amount of money put aside, and they have a company that administers their claims, and they pay it out. So they're saying that it cost them over $50,000 per employee who went in for COVID. Wow. So, how are they going to get away with this? I don't know. I'm really looking forward to the lawsuits. If there aren't lawsuits, America has lost everything. I don't care. You want to say you have to be vaccinated or you have to get tested, fine. I don't like it, but it's the reality. But if you're going to say that you're going to, number one, fire somebody because they're not vaccinated, or number two, you're going to charge them more money because they're not vaccinated, that goes against everything this country is for, and I'm looking forward to see what's going to happen. They also said starting September 30th, in compliance with state and local laws, COVID pay protection will only be provided to fully vaccinated individuals who are experiencing breakthrough infections. Unvaccinated employees who contract COVID without exemptions will have to use their sick days after that. So basically, just so you understand what this is, they're saying that if you can't get paid if you are out for COVID for any reason. You can't get paid unless you're vaccinated. I have a problem with that too, but it's not as bad. By the way, from September 12th, unvaccinated employees will also have to take COVID tests every week while community cases rise and as they stay high. United Airlines and Hawaiian Airlines say they will mandate vaccines for employees. All right, look, I got to calm down because I'm so angry at this that I'm going to go to a commercial right now. See you guys in a minute.
Okay, so you've thought about investing in real estate, houses, apartment buildings, properties, but don't really know where to start? Well, what if you could very easily learn how to gain strategies to use other people's money to buy and sell houses in the Philadelphia area? If you could learn and network with successful area real estate investors and how to produce monthly income on rental properties without headaches, that place is Investor Schooling. With Investor Schooling, you'll learn from two Philadelphia area rockstar real estate investors, Phil Falcone and Larry Steinhouse, about how to buy and sell properties the easy way and teach you basic and advanced techniques to help you make money in real estate. You can attend Investor Schooling in person or online visual classes 8 times a month. You can and will learn how to make money in real estate. Call for free information and get a complimentary pass to one of these classes. But don't delay, as these complimentary passes are limited. Call the number on your screen now or visit investorschooling.com. investorschooling.com.
All right, welcome back to Money Chat Now. I am your host, Larry Steinhouse, and so far we've been talking about the fact that it's been another record-breaking day today, so that was kind of cool. The NASDAQ and the S&P broke records, and the Dow was up about 56 points. We talked about the fact that some of the meme stock popped, like GameStop and Alibaba are on fire, and also, of course, AMC. We talked about the fact that Delta Airlines is going to fine their employees $200 a month if they don't get vaccinated. Wow. I better move on real quick. All right, let's go over to the fact that mortgage applications actually rose. So applications for a loan to purchase a new home increased 3% for the week, but was still 16% lower than the same week 1 year ago. So I don't know if you guys remember, but last year, the housing market was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. We came out of whatever you want to call it. I don't know, but we came out of it, and sure enough, the market went nuts, right? So 16% lower than 1 week a year ago. So basically, look, mortgages are up, but houses are not selling as fast as they were before. Applications to refinance a home loan moved just 1% higher for the week and were 3% higher for the same week 1 year ago. Now, this is kind of cool because what's basically happening is people are realizing that they have to take money out of their houses now. If they're smart, that's what they're doing. And I'm going to tell you now, you should get all the equity loans you can get, home equity loans you can get. Get HELOCs, get HELOCs, get HELOCs. If you have investment properties, find a bank that'll give you a HELOC on an investment property and have them ready to go, because eventually the Fed's going to pull back and they're not going to have this money. They're not going to have this easy money anymore. And when they don't have this easy money anymore, you're not going to be able to get loans as easy as you could before. The average contract interest rate for a 30-year fixed rate decreased from 3.03 from 3.06. Wow. With points falling from 0.29 from 0.34, including the origination fee for those loans with a 20% down payment. They went from 3.06% to 3.03%. I'm sure you're going to notice that. I think that's about 7 cents on a payment, on the average payment. Yeah, you'll definitely notice that. And I have to say one thing. When I bought a property, when I was younger and I bought my first property, I was 18 years old, I bought my first house, my interest rate was 13%. And I'm going to tell you now, right now, that was like, coming out of the Jimmy Carter days. I was so excited to get my interest rate at 13%. I was so excited. And then when I refinanced it later on at 9%, I was also super excited. So you guys complaining that, we're going down from 3.5% to 3%, or going from 3% to 3.5%, who cares? I'm going to tell you right now, these are times that this country will probably never see for a very long time again, numbers like this. The fact that they're still this low absolutely surprises me. So let's keep getting these loans. Go get these loans. If you're even thinking about buying a house right now, buy a house, get an FHA loan, put 3.5% down, and do it. Absolutely do it. Plus, if you have any equity in your house right now, my suggestion is get a home equity loan. Even if you don't use it, just get the loan, get it there ready to go in case a really good opportunity comes along and you can use it. Let's talk about American Airlines revenue dropping. Now, I found this very funny. I'm going to talk about this topic in a minute, but I found it very funny that this all over the internet, it's American Airlines revenue drops, but the stock actually went up today, which was kind of interesting. So Frontier, Southwest, and Spirit previously warned that new COVID cases are driving down bookings. All right, you ready? Here's my opinion. No, they're not driving down bookings. The fact that people have to wear these stupid masks because the only place in the entire world you can get COVID is on an airplane now. Because everywhere else you go, you don't have to wear a mask, right? So the only place you can get COVID is on an airplane now. So that's not why they're driving down bookings. I won't go to an airplane. I'm driving my way to Buffalo this weekend because I don't want to go on an airplane. I'm going to drive for 6 hours because I won't wear a mask for what? An hour in the airport and then 3 hours on a plane and then an hour getting off the airport? Get out of here. You guys are insane. Drop the stupid mask mandates and watch the sales go up. American said July revenue came in ahead of forecasts, but is weaker than forecasts in August. By the way, Spirit Airlines, if you guys remember the whole thing with Spirit Airlines, wow. What happened with Spirit Airlines a couple of weeks ago was they had so much demand, they didn't have enough employees, and they were canceling flights and blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to tell you right now, when all this goes away, it's going to be much better. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to talk about how you can win Phil's car. Go to winphilscar.com and watch this video.
Hey, if you were listening to Investor Schooling Live today, I'm Phil Falcone, and I made the decision today on air that I'm going to be giving away this car. You want to take a look at it? Let's do it. How would you like to pop your top without ever getting out of the car? Huh? It's pretty cool. You can do it at a red light. You can do it when you see it rainy. You can actually even do it when you're driving, as long as you don't go maybe faster than 10 miles an hour. So I am giving away this car. Why? Is it because I'm crazy? Is it because I'm rich? Is it because of both? Take your pick. I don't care. Let me tell you about the car. We're going to have a contest. We're looking for real estate investors to go to our website and give us a real estate tip. And you can have people that you know vote on the site about which real estate tip is the most quality, most valuable to them. So let's just say that our contest is going to be looking for quality real estate tips and for votes. So you need to get your friends, your family, people who care about you, and real estate investors who are willing to go on the site and vote for it. And I will give you this car.
All right, welcome back to Money Chat Now. I am your host, Larry Steinhouse. Hey, look, if you're liking this show, even if you don't like the show, just click like anyway, make me feel good. I want you to share it, like it, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and don't forget that we also have the group Money Chat Now in Facebook. We'd love to have you as part of that group too, so you can watch this show whenever you want. All right, let's talk a little bit about the next topic. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but retailers like Macy's and Best Buy and Dick's Sporting Goods are on fire right now. This is insane. I mean, Dick's Sporting Goods reported higher profits for the second quarter. The company's sales grew, and it had fewer markdowns. Consumers are going on spending sprees, and companies are learning how to operate a more efficient e-commerce business. So that's what's happening. So if you remember, right, before COVID, people, they went into stores sometimes, they shopped on Amazon sometimes, and then all of a sudden COVID comes and all these stores are closed. They don't know what to do. They start shopping online. So companies like Dick's Sporting Goods, they actually decided to do a e-commerce business. Now, a lot of people had a small e-commerce business, but they really didn't understand how to do it. They were doing things like, they had warehouses where they held stuff. They were trying to be Amazon, but Amazon doesn't have stores. What's funny is Amazon is actually going to a store model, but just to supplement the other things. But these companies didn't really have a real e-commerce presence. They didn't have it as much as they did before. And now what they've done is their new game plan, what they're actually going to do now is they're going to ship from the store. So if you order from whatever, you order from Dick's Sporting Goods, for example, at 123 Main Street in Philadelphia, it'll actually come from that store. It won't come from the warehouse. The other thing that's really neat is they're giving customers the option to pick it up curbside or pick up at the store. So you could order online. Now, I personally used to be the kind of guy that was into instant gratification. And I realized that if I went to a store, I bought what I wanted, I had it, I went home and used it, right? But what I really realized was the instant gratification that I really wanted was to get it off my plate. In other words, I didn't want to think about buying it anymore. So many times I would go to Amazon or wherever, and I would go to Amazon and I would order something, and I felt good because I now ordered what I needed. I didn't have to worry about it anymore. But all these companies are starting to realize that that is a great way to be. So what they're doing now is they're continuously doing the online orders and also pick up from the store. You'll see it. It's amazing. By the way, just so you know, Dick's shares touched an all-time high of $134.80 on Wednesday after it became the latest retailer to beat second quarter earnings expectations and raise its forecast. I thought all these retailers were going to go out of business, but clearly that's not true. Its quarterly sales shot up by 21% compared with the year-ago period, and its profits jumped by 80%. So you notice that nothing's on sale anymore? That's another thing out there. Look at this. Nothing's on sale anymore. There are no sales. It's really a strange phenomenon. And it may have to do with stimulus. It may have to do with the flooding of money. I don't know, but it's a strange phenomenon. All right, Target, by the way, is also doing the same thing. They also have the on-store pickup and the in-store pickup. Best Buy, same thing. And the real question is this going to hurt Amazon? Probably not. Amazon is Amazon. That's how they came up with their name. Matter of fact, I'd love to know how he thought of that name, because that's exactly what he is, or what they are. When Bezos came up with their name Amazon. All right. Let's talk a little bit about what's going on here. Let's wrap up real quick. So gold pulled back a bit today, and crypto is hanging in there. So I noticed my Coinbase account, I noticed that my number was slightly lower today, as usual. And then I noticed that Ethereum was down a little bit, and I noticed that they kind of it kind of bounced a little bit, and Dogecoin was down to 29 cents, but it's not that big of a deal. Now, if you remember, I talked about Coinbase yesterday. I thought that Coinbase was going to drop because of the news that they said that people were breaking in or hacking people's accounts. Now, I also said that was old news. It didn't really affect it much. The stock didn't move much. I was surprised. I was kind of hoping it would. And I was kind of hoping I was going to take advantage of it, but I didn't get my chance to take advantage of it at all. So here's some stocks to play. I've been talking about Uber all week, and Uber moved up a little bit today, but Uber's still a play. I would say that if you have a little bit extra money somewhere, Uber is definitely a play. AAL moved up today, and CCL moved up today. And I'm saying that these guys are going to go. I would hold these things. If you're going to do stock options, I would hold them into January or February, and I would be glad to just hold them, because they're going to go. They're going to pop 10 points from where they are now is my goal for both of these stocks, to pop 10 points from where they are now, probably February, March, or April. Now, this assumes that we don't have the the EFG, HIJK, LMNOP, Q, etc. Virus variants, but most likely that's not going to happen. Most likely the nonsense will go away soon. And of course, Coinbase is another one too. I think that's another great play. I think Coinbase is going to head back to its initial IPA number of 400, but I'm hoping that we get a little bit of pullback before that, and I think that'll be a great play. I think it's a great stock option as well. All right, thanks again for watching. From time to time, I own some of the assets and options discussed in this show. The opinions discussed in this show are solely mine, and no one has asked me to discuss them. I don't think anybody would ask me to discuss them anyway. Thank you for watching Money Chat Now. We look forward to your continued support. Don't forget to hit the share button right now. Share this with somebody. Come on, they can watch the replay. Hit the like button. Let me know you're enjoying the show. And, of course, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and also like the Money Chat Now page on Facebook. We'll see you tomorrow and every day at 4:03 p.m. Take care.